guys. It's Mo again from Mo in the Deep End. It is just a day for news. Apparently, our letter writing, our most wonderful honor student, Sarah Boone, has had her trial continued yet again. I can't imagine that her lawyer is super duper happy having to deal with her ass for another couple of years or what have you. But let's see. Let's get the scanny, if you will. I was on top of it for, like, one thing today. It was just too much of a trend. Alright, let's see. Well, her hair just does not get any better, does it? Trial for accused suitcase murderer Sarah Boone continued, again, by Kate McLachlan, Winter Park, Florida, Court TV. Well, duh, because 'cause you're on Court TV. I guess that's just the style, y'all. Stop getting sidetracked. The murder trial of a Florida woman accused of zipping her boyfriend into a suitcase, recording his cries for help on her phone, and leaving them there to die has been continued again. Sarah Boone, our most wonderful letter writer, is charged with second-degree murder in the death of 42-year-old George Torres Jr. The next status hearing is set for July 21st. On February 25th, 2020, Boone was arrested after Torres's body was discovered in a zipped up suitcase in the couple's Winter Park apartment. Boone told the police she and Torres had been drinking the night before and played a hide and seek game that went wrong. Ma'am, if you put him in this again, y'all, I'm just saying, she should have said it was some kinky, smexy thing that they did all the time. And, he was really into confined spaces. And, she was just I mean, it would still have been, negligent, maybe manslaughter, but come on, no one's gonna ask if you say it's a weird smexy thing. I mean, well, a couple people I would ask, but it's like when you call in with explosive diarrhea. Ain't no one gonna question nothing, okay? Boone, who is now 45, admitted zipping Torres into the piece of luggage, but she said Torres got in voluntarily because they thought it would be funny. She said she went upstairs to bed, passed out, and woke up the next morning to find Torres still in the suitcase, unresponsive. He was dead, underlined in bold. I'm not laughing because he's dead, y'all. I'm laughing because they underlined and bolded it like we were not going to quite get the understanding of the sentence. The real clincher for me, the real reason that she's probably getting it is because she woke up, she by her own admission, at 11, laid in bed for about an hour just, scrolling on through the Twitters or the TikToks, I don't know. She doesn't or maybe just playing Candy Crush, or was it Wordle? Something. She was doing something for a doggone hour, and she thought George was being super quiet. Ma'am. Cops, however, discovered incriminating videos on Boone's phone. She could allegedly be heard taunting Torres as she filmed him struggling to get out of the suitcase. He could be heard crying for help, yelling Boone's name and saying he couldn't breathe. In one of the more shocking videos, Boone laughed and said, "That's what I feel like when you cheat on me." Look, they were both belligerent drunks. Honest to God, y'all, she was lucky that her first husband, her ex-husband, was a was not gonna lay hands on her when she would go after him. She didn't get so lucky with George. George fought back. And I'm sorry, but her using battered woman defense is about to make me lose my daggone mind. Boone's attorney, Frank Bankowitz, told Court TV that his client plans to present what is sometimes referred as battered wife defense and plans to prove that she suffered violence at the hands of Torres. Boone, who maintains her innocence, well, she and Jesus are just doing all their work, because she's one of the smarter inmates, is currently being held without bond. If convicted, she could face life in prison. Well, dang it, I wanted to know why why it was, continued. You know, this article alright, let's see if this oh, Lord, well, let's see if this has any answers since
Florida. Let's go in together now.
So typically, I've been trying to set Ms. Boone for a separate date because she wants to be present for any discussions about the status of the case. She's authored another letter to the court, substantially similar to the letters she's authored in the past. So I've just had that directed my J to disclose that to you and Mr. Cacciatore. Do we already have a specific status date separate from today set?
Judge, I believe it's said there's something said at 3:00 this afternoon on my calendar, but hopefully we can resolve that now. I guess we need to. I'm having issues with JAC with funding my expert, and
because don't no one look, any therapist out there worth their salt is gonna look at this and say, "You had 2 belligerent drunks." And I'm not standing up and making a mockery of, real men and women who face domestic violence. Y'all, this woman
the state's provided me with the name of their expert, but I'm sure they can't give an opinion until my expert gives an opinion. And at this point, she's not willing to do that until she can take payment from JAC.
I understand. So, Mike, here's my number one. I'd be surprised if we docked you for 3:00 this afternoon.
listen, I need her lawyer I need to see his real background. Look, I have a hot mess behind me, and this would be well, okay, it's not a hot mess. It's just maybe not court worthy. But y'all know I would sneak some Sailor Moon in if I was a lawyer and have a nice classy print behind me. But I need to see if he's on a yacht somewhere trying to hide from Sarah, I would not be shocked.
Okay, good.
I don't. And Mr. Cacciatore, did you have notice that we're doing something at 3 this afternoon?
I did not, Your Honor.
Here's what I'm going to ask you to do on the Boone case. Reach out to my judicial assistant today and schedule a status on her. I want these conversations to take place with Ms. Boone present. Ideally, we'll get it done sometime in the next week. And then I'll address the issue with JAC and where things stand at that point in time.
That's great, Judge.
Wait.
Just to advise the court.
Y'all, this is the first time I've seen the Honorable Judge Wooten with his tie all askew, but I was wondering who I was in a racket with because I am an avid reader of the Sarah Boone letters and I have done a video. You can find it somewhere back I'm working on playlist, y'all. This is still a duct tape, holy water, and prayer production around here, despite all the stuff I picked up on Prime. Stay on target.
Court, I'm starting a first-degree murder case with Judge Weiss on Monday. That's expected to go 4 days.
Okay. Well, I'm fairly certain I'm here on Friday the 21st. So you can decompress from trying your case by coming and talking to me about Ms. Boone's case.
Oh boy, thanks, Judge.
This attorney is like, I'm gonna be on all the bourbon. I would just like to warn you, y'all have seen the letters. I have to talk to this ish in person. I'm gonna be drunk. I plea upon the court in limine that I am allowed to be drunk off my bunghole for this particular case. And I would say, I'll allow it.
It's a service I offer, Mr. Bankowitz.
Service with a smile, Judge. Service with a smile.
All right, so that
in theory,
court
they're
minutes for
supposed to be
Boone is just
putting
going to
away
reflect.
dishes now. Let's see if that worked. I just told them to be a little quiet.
That the lawyer's going to coordinate a status conference most likely on Friday, the 21st.
Oh, so we've got a postponement on our.
Well, I don't need to see Mrs. and Mr. Botox. So that is the thing. Apparently, just no one, everyone had weird schedules, and not one expert's going to work for free. Y'all, I'm just saying, I would like to get paid $300 to tell people stuff an hour. I am an expert in something. But as always, this is an update, you guys. I will see you later. I like you. I like you a lot. And Thor's, well, not Thor, Loki's tail says bye too. He is exhausted from trying to finagle himself a second breakfast. That's the one good thing about being a cat in a big family. You may be able to trick certain people when they wake up later than mom does, that you have never been fed in your life. You are a starving orphan who has been left in the cold. You will meow and sit right by the food, and sometimes it works, and you get your hobbit second breakfast. But it did not work today, and now he is sulking and napping. So I will see y'all next time. Bye.